Hello, hello. I'm Heidi Perro. For those of you who might be new here, welcome to Confidently Beautiful with Heidi. This group is going to be so much fun. It should feel like home. I want to provide tips and tutorials, talk about any sort of beauty needs, and even just being a mom, working full time, all of that. I want this to be a fun place for all of you ladies. So I want this video to really be for those newbies who are just starting out, and maybe you just ordered a basic starter kit, and I want to show you how to apply the makeup and just talk like basics. So this is a great video that you can come back to if you kind of forgot how to do it, or you just got your makeup and you're like, where do I start? This will be a great video, a good reference. I'm going to save it in the albums tab so you can, and then I think I'll put it under a folder called Start Here. So this is a perfect place to get a good refresher or begin your whole Seint routine. So most of you who start out, they want to just, step into it and try it and see what they think, right? So I often start with this starter kit, and you get this awesome magnetic customizable palette, and I put 4 products in there. The 4 products make up our 3D foundation. This is what Seint is infamous for. It's not just one color. Our face won't be one-dimensional. We want to keep the 3-dimensional, the natural look, and keep it all in one layer. So this is what I would color match you to. I can give you all the suggestions that I think will look great on your face. But here's mine, and this is what I'm going to show you today. So you'll have a highlight and a contour that will be from the shade match that I give you. And then you get to pick out a lip and cheek color that you like. We got reds, we got pinks, we got purples, we got corals, we have gloss, we have matte, we have everything. So if you need suggestions, just ask. And then this is the Illuminator. We have creams and powders, and I'll talk more about that later. So that's what your starter kit, you might have just got it in the mail, and we're gonna show how to apply it. Now, usually with the starter kit, I do suggest that you get the Perfector sponge for blending it out, or what I really like, I think for beginners, it's really nice to have a brush. These are the 2 brushes that I always recommend to all of my new customers. So this is the 3D brush, and this is the blush bronzer brush. These are both equally wonderful. You can see they're double-ended, so you get 2 for the price of 1, which is awesome. So today I think I'm gonna feature the 3D brush. This was my first brush ever. But again, you're gonna do the same sort of techniques and application that I'm showing today. If you have this brush, if you have the buff brush, they're very similar applications. You're still gonna do the same sort of motions. Your brush is just gonna look a little bit different. You might have more or less product, and that's all, okay? So for those of you that have more dry skin, you may want to put a little moisturizer on in the morning. That's how I tend, when I wake up in the morning, I wash my face, and I tend to run a little more dry. So I put on my moisturizer. This is our Seint Cream Moisturizer. It's fabulous. If you have not tried it, if you need a good moisturizer, try this. Now, if you're more oily, you really don't need to add, you don't want to actually moisturize in the morning, because the cream products already have some moisture locking in features, so you don't want to get too moisturized. So if you have any issues with that, if maybe it feels like it's almost melting off your skin, you probably don't want to moisturize in the morning. So if you have questions about that, make sure you reach out to me, and we'll figure out if you need a moisturizer or not, okay? Another great way to prep your skin is using our setting spray. Now, I do suggest setting spray, but if you ordered this right away, that's fine, or you can add it into your cart later. Remember, we always have free shipping, which is awesome. So what I like to do is you can spritz it on your face, or I spritz some on my Perfector sponge, like so. And I just kind of roll around, and then I'm gonna put it all over my face. This setting spray acts like a primer. Now, if you have a primer already, that's just fine. You can use it, but I would check to make sure there's no silicone in it. Silicone and cream products don't really mesh well together. So I like to prime my face. You don't have to. I think priming is nice, especially if maybe you have some like larger pores. It kind of smooths out that skin and really primes it, just gets it ready for your makeup. But I actually really love using my setting spray because it's gonna help it stay longer. So it's gonna prime it, and then I'm gonna finish off my entire look with the Perfector. And that's gonna just seal it in so I have an all day makeup look. So this is totally optional, but if you did order this, that's kind of what I do with my setting spray. And I'll show you how I finish off with it as well. Another little starter that I do also recommend is our brush cleaner. And all you do, it looks like this, and you just spritz it on the end. I spritz it on here, and then a paper towel, or I have like an old towel that I just keep here, like a hand towel. And you just go like that. And I like to probably brush or clean my brushes once a week or so, depending on how often I use it. But it's really good to have clean brushes so that they're sanitized. And I do it right before I start because it dries instantly, which is awesome. So again, that is another thing that some of you might have already purchased. And that's how I use my brush cleaner. See, it's perfectly ready to be used. So that's kind of those optional products that I do suggest on getting, but that's how I use them in case you did already purchase those. Let's get to the makeup, the fun part, right? So I already primed my face. Now, honestly, you can start with your highlight or your contour. Today, I'm going to start with my highlight. And there are different ways to apply the makeup and really play around, try different techniques. I try to show lots of different tutorials on here of different ways I apply it. You can use your fingers. You can blend while you're doing it, or you just place the makeup and blend. Lots of different ways. So I'm going to show you one way, I think a very easy way, hopefully for beginners. And that's why you should be watching this video, because it helps for anyone who's really just getting started or wants to review the basics. So I'm going to go in. This is my highlight. This is Amber Highlight, but it might not be yours. I like to use that fluffy side, and I'm going to go in and just place my highlight everywhere that my contour doesn't go. Now, I do have a cheat sheet. Let me show you what it looks like. Let me grab it quick. Maybe I don't have it. Oh, yep, I do. So this is the cheat sheet. I like to call it my cheat sheet. It tells you exactly where you're gonna put your contour, your highlight. So right now I'm putting in where the yellow part is. So that's where I'm gonna place my highlight first. The places where my contour are, I'm really not gonna put any makeup there because I wanna keep it one layer. Now, you don't actually get this in with your makeup when you order, but because everything's digital, trying to save on paper, which is awesome. I love that Seint is thinking about that. But I do have this graphic. I can text it, email, send it in Messenger. I also have it in our albums here on our page. Or I can send this any way you want. Also, you can go on my website, and under the help tab, there's like getting started. I don't know, something like that. Help. You click on that. And this graphic is there as well. There's also more tutorials there, which is awesome. So you do need to check out the website, or you can just search in my beauty group here for more things, or of course, always reach out to me. So I'm just gonna place my makeup, and I'm kind of just dabbing it on everywhere. I'm not doing a lot of blending. And I am only using one highlight color. Sometimes I do suggest one or two highlight colors depending on your skin. Often I use a color correcting shade, which I'm not doing today because I'm not doing like a really deep coverage. That's not the right word. Thick coverage. So when I'm doing it, I'm just kind of tapping. And I'm just tapping it. I'm barely using any products. So when I should show you. So don't swipe. You don't need a lot of product. Look at, I'm barely going. It might look like a lot just because it's color, but I'm barely putting any on. And that's how you should apply it. And you can always go very light. It's so buildable because it's cream products. And again, I'm not really blending. I'm just tapping. I'm going to follow that picture. And I'm only putting my makeup in those spots. Okay, So I just placed my makeup. I'm not really blended, but can you see how that already evened out my skin tone? Now I like to just place it because it warms up to my skin and it will blend so nicely, so seamlessly. It will look like airbrushed finished. So right now it's just blotted on there, and then I'm gonna go in with my contour and then we'll blend it all together. So this is my contour. This is Astoria. I love Astoria. But again, these colors are whatever I suggest for you. So your contour is gonna be that dark color. Your highlight's gonna be more to your skin color, if that helps you remember. So your contour, again, I'm just gonna place the color. And again, I'm just going in and tapping it. With the 3D brush, I like to squeeze it a little bit and do it that way. So again, I'm just placing it on here, and you're gonna go around your hairline. And right here, I already have a natural shadow on my cheekbone. I find the top of my ear and I'm gonna go in. Sometimes I go, and you can kind of see where you already have natural definition. Now I'm just placing it there, as you can tell. Now, if you're one who wants to start blending it in right away and just coloring it, you can totally do that. There is no wrong or right way to do it. It's your makeup, your face. You know it better than anyone else. So you do what feels right. So there we go. We put our contour around our hairline on that cheekbone. Do you see how it's already like giving me a facelift? It's amazing. And then I go a little bit here. I go right in front of my ear, bring it down, and then just under my jawline. And that really just chisels out your jawline, which is awesome. And then just kind of bring it down. And that's your contour. Now that's my highlight and my contour. Now I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna blend. Blending, you wanna do more of a tapping motion than like just swirling, because we want those colors to stay where we placed them. So I'm just gonna go around, and if you can see, I did not even wash off my brush between these colors. These colors make up our foundation, and the cream foundation just blends so nicely that you just don't have to worry about wiping or blending or muddying up your colors. So I'm going around and I'm just tap dancing my brush. I like to use this fluffy side. There's really, again, there's no wrong or right way to use your brushes. So if you like applying with this, I like the big fluffy ends to blend. But as you can see, I'm just going around all the light ones, and then I'm gonna kind of do a tap motion up as well on that contour, just to get rid of any of those harsh lines, like so. And then you can blend it. If you don't want to be very defined, you can blend it in more. I like a little more definition, so I just get rid of those harsh lines, and then there you go. So that's my highlight and my contour. I can do this in like 2 minutes if I wasn't talking, but I hope that part is helpful so you know where those colors go. Now, the third color is your lip and cheek color. Lip and cheek. They use as your lipstick and your cheek color, which is amazing. I love how we have multi-purpose products. Now you can go in with your finger, which I think that's how I'm gonna apply it. And you're gonna apply it just above where you put that contour, like that. And you can, of course, apply it however you want. I'm just putting little dots with my finger, and you can apply how much you want. I want it a little bit darker today, so I'm gonna add a little bit extra. It's super buildable, which is great. And then I'm just gonna go in and do those same tap dancing motion on my face. And I'm just gonna blend that in and kind of mesh it, marry it with your contour there. You don't want any gap between, so you see how my highlight or my contour is here and then my lip and cheek, same thing on this side. I'm just gonna marry them together, make sure there's no harsh lines. And then the darker you want it, just build it up, add some more color. So there we go. Isn't that beautiful? And when you keep your cheek color actually higher up, it actually helps lift up your face, which is a great tip. Now I'm just gonna go in and add a little on my lips. Again, you could use a brush on this, totally up to you. There we go. Just a nice light layer. I'm using Royal today. And then the last part of our 3D foundation is our Illuminators. Now, I said that we have cream and powder. So Illuminator goes on the high points of your face, and I'll show you those different points. The high points of our face is where the light is going to hit, and we want that light to get caught on our face so we have that youthful glow, and it really just finishes off that 3D look. So we have cream. Cream is going to give you more of a subtle glow when the light hits. Powder, if you're more of a glitzy, glittery, you just want that extra little bang, powder is going to be your friend. It's going to have a little bit more of a shimmery glow to it when the light hits it. So if you want shimmer, I'd go with powder, or cream if you want more of a subtle glow. Totally up to you. So much, it's so customizable. I'm going to go in. This is Pearl. This is a cream illuminator, and my high points are going to be right here on top of my cheekbones. And I'm just placing that. I'm using the small end of my 3D brush. Again, you could use your finger, you could use your Perfector. And do you see how this little bit of extra glow just catches the light there? Watch when I turn. It really just finishes off that look. And that's why I really always suggest starting out with this starter kit, because it's just such a great, you know, you can just get highlight if you want that. If you want that one color all over, that's fine. Contour, if you just want these two colors, you could. But what I truly think really makes us super special is these 4 colors. We try to keep it very natural looking, and we have multiple colors on our face. And so we really want to enhance that, right? So that's what I call our starter kit. And this is exactly how I would apply it in the places I would apply it to. Right there on our brow bone. I like to go in with my finger. It's a little bit, do you see how it just catches the light there? Isn't that just, it's so good. And of course you could go in with any of these colors and use it, make an eye look with your contour and your lip and cheek or your illuminator. You could totally have fun with just these 4 colors. And then I'm just gonna, your Cupid bow, it just emphasizes that. It's just beautiful. And really, that illuminator really finishes off the look. So really, that is it. That's how you use your starter kit, those 4 things. Now, if you ordered anything else, your Bella bronzer, or if you have more colors or eyeshadows colors, I'll have more videos to show. But this is really where to get started, especially for you newbies. Now, if you don't have the makeup yet and you're like, I think I could do this, contact me. I'll color match you. Now, the last thing I'm doing is going in with that Perfector. This is totally optional, but I already have that setting spray on there, and I'm just going to bounce this around. It's going to just marry everything really well and just press it on my face, but that setting spray is also helping it lock it in, so I'm good for the day. And there we go. And there we go. And that's super simple. If you have any questions about what I showed, if you want that graphic, or again, if you don't have the makeup yet and want to try it, comment below or reach out to me and we'll get you colored matched as well. I hope this was helpful and have a fabulous day. Bye.